Hey, it's Josie with Affirmation Pod, your home for affirmations and positive self-talk. Welcome to new listeners. Welcome back to returning listeners. Today I have an episode that is not a listener request. I think the last time I did an episode that was not a listener request was back in January. It was episode 138 for When Things Are Good. This episode is inspired by conversations and one of my posts on Instagram from a while back, and I'm calling it I'm Not the Only One. Because when we're in dark times, there's often that presence of something telling us we're the only one. We're the only one who feels this way. We're the only one who's ever done this to ourselves. We're the only one who has ever had certain things happen to them. But that voice and that presence and that emotion can also be there when it's not even like you're in a super dark time. I can go through my daily routine and have thoughts that tell me I should be spending more time with my kids and make it feel like other mothers spend plenty of time with their kids. Or that I should be more patient with my kids, and that every other parent out there has an unending supply of patience and never gets impatient. But if I let reason sink in, there are 7.6 billion people on this planet. I am not the only one living this human experience, and I'm not the only one who sometimes believes and thinks that I am the only one. Now, I love how this episode is free for you to listen, but it's not free for me to create. So thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring this episode. HelloFresh wants all busy parents getting back into the daily school grind to know that the team behind HelloFresh has taken the guesswork out of making dinner by offering easy-to-follow recipes and pre-measured ingredients so you can spend less time meal planning, grocery shopping. There is the classic veggie or family plan with one-pot recipe options when schedule is so tight, such a great alternative to other fast options. Our family credits HelloFresh with introducing us to halloumi. We all love it. Here's the special deal for Affirmation Pod listeners. To get a total of $60 off, that's $20 off each of your first 3 boxes of HelloFresh, go to hellofresh.com/affirmation60 and enter the promo code affirmation60. Your order saves you time and money. It also helps keep the mic on here at Affirmation Pod. So once again, it's a total of $60 off, which is $20 off of each of your first 3 boxes of HelloFresh. And to get things started, you go to hellofresh.com/affirmation60 with promo code affirmation60. And now here's affirmations and positive self-talk, because I am not the only one. I am not the only one who has things about my skin, my body, and my appearance that bothers me. I am not the only one who has family dynamics that can be challenging to manage. I am not the only one who needs reminders to slow down, to set more realistic standards, and to love myself more. I am not the only one who is confident in one area and insecure in another. I am not the only one who has forgotten things. I am not the only one who has made mistakes. I am not the only one who has wasted time. I am not the only one who has put my foot in my mouth. I'm not the only one who's made a bad choice with money. I'm not the only one who has reacted instead of responded. I'm not the only one who's lied before. I'm not the only one who's really tried to fool myself. I'm not the only one who has tried to run away from problems. I'm not the only one who's tried to hide in plain sight. I'm not the only one who's tried to pretend to be someone I'm not. I'm not the only one who looks back and wonders, what was I thinking? I'm not the only one who has sabotaged success. I'm not the only one who sabotaged a relationship. I'm not the only one who has struggled with trust issues. I'm not the only one who has felt hurt. I'm not the only one who has felt anger. I'm not the only one who has felt sadness. I'm not the only one who's felt grief. I'm not the only one who's felt anxiety. I'm not the only one who's felt lost. I'm not the only one who's felt lonely. I'm not the only one who has felt confused. I'm not the only one who's felt disappointed. I'm not the only one who's felt afraid. I am not the only one who has felt violated. I am not the only one who has felt powerless. I am not the only one who has felt hopeless. I am not the only one who has felt worthless. I'm not the only one who feels like I'm the only one who's ever had this experience. I'm not the only one who feels like I am the only one who struggles. Everyone else is okay but me. I'm not the only one who has that voice, that emotion that says, you're the only one and you're a loser. I'm not the only one because everyone has experienced that voice, that feeling that wants to tell you and convince you and make you believe that I'm the only one. But I'm not the only one. I'm simply not the only one. That is my gift for you today. If you want this episode and all episodes of Affirmation Pod without the intros, without the outros, it's available for Affirmation Pod Access members. And Access members, you'll find this episode in the Confidence and Personal Development section. There's also a bonus recording there called I Won't Be Fooled, which is a follow-up to this episode. And that one's also in the Confidence and Personal Development section. Again, the title of it is I Won't Be Fooled. If you're not an Access member yet and you want to join, you can do that by going to affirmationpodaccess.com. That's affirmationpodaccess.com. My wish is that when we're in those moments when we're wearing that emotion and those thoughts that we're not enough and that we're the only one and everyone else has it all together, that we will have that clarity to take off that emotion, to take off those thoughts and be clear that you're not the only one, that I'm not the only one. I also hope that in those moments when you need to make dinner, maybe you feel tired, you're short on time, that you've got HelloFresh in your fridge. Don't forget they've got a total of $60 off, which is $20 off each of your first 3 boxes when you go to hellofresh.com/affirmation60. Your order also helps keep the mic on here at Affirmation Pod, and it's like getting 6 meals free when you go to this URL, hellofresh.com/affirmation60, using promo code Affirmation60. Now, go be you, know you, and love you. This is Josie with Affirmation Pod. Bye for now.
This has been a Calm Clear Now Network production. Executive producer Shel Hamilton. To discover more meditation, visualization, and affirmation podcasts like this one, visit calmclearnow.com.